Tyrion at King's Landing. His father hates him, father hates him, father hates him, father hates him.
Theon, he's getting tortured, and he deserves it, he deserves it, he deserves it, he deserves it.
There's Jorah, he's a bear, he's a pussy, he's a pussy, he's a pussy, he's a pussy.
Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones.
I paid the iron price for Winterfell. I murdered those boys. The Stark boys. Never found them. Just some poor orphans living with the farmer. I let Dagmar slit their throats. And I let him burn the bodies. So I could keep Winterfell. And make my father proud. Maybe it's not too late. It is. My real father lost his head at King's Landing. I made a choice. And I chose wrong. Now I've burned everything down. Not everything, my lord.
Welcome to the Fresh Takes take on the Game of Thrones.
I like that.
Take.
Yeah, this is our take on the Game of Thrones because, well, it's a good show. So here we go. The last episode, by the way, it's Eric Drost, Adam Konech, and Rob McDonald. Same people from the Fresh Take. And the last episode was a doozy, was it not?
This, I'll say, I said this to you a couple days ago. I think
you did, yeah.
Was it yesterday? I don't remember.
It was a very bold statement. It was yesterday.
This has been my favorite Game of Thrones episode. I started.
Period.
Period. I started, and I'll explain to you why.
Go ahead.
I love it.
Yeah.
I started watching this show like on my couch, just kind of laid out, watching it. By the end of the episode, I was at the edge corner of my couch, like, oh my god, Daenerys is such a badass. This is crazy. And like I migrated throughout this episode because it just kept being so amazing throughout the entire time. I loved it. I think this was a massive pick me up for the season and just a huge statement about where this is going to go.
Can we switch us to the Animal Channel? The migration habits of the Adam Konech and during a Game of Thrones episode such as this. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, talk about that ending. I mean, that's probably the biggest, like, in terms of scale, like, ending, aside from, the Blackwater Bay, stuff. Like, that was one of the grandest scale things. Like, so much. They showed the whole army, pretty much.
8,000 guys just marching away.
Yeah, going and just taking them apart. And, yeah, absolutely. Daenerys is such a badass in this.
Yeah, it was a fantastic episode, which I'm happy to be able to come on and report because, as I mentioned in the last episode, there was kind of a lull there for me because of it was going really
stagnant a bit for you.
Nothing was really happening, and this episode brought the show back to life for me from where I knew it could go and where I knew it was at one point. So from that standpoint,
you weren't here last week, but I guess briefly just tell us, what did you think of episode 3? That was the one that we talked about last week.
Yeah, right. Episode 3 was better than
because
the latest two episodes have been the best in the season. Right.
I'll agree with that.
So it's getting better. I don't know that is an extraordinarily bold statement from you. I mean, hey, to each their own. I don't think this was the best episode in the series. I think that's very bold statement and. Which is, cool. But for me, obviously when Ned lost his head, I don't think I've had emotions like that towards a show since that episode. You know what I mean? So it's like...
And for me, I really love the Blackwater episode too. Just that whole battle that they just showed that to this grand scale. But again, this is another take on it where they just went almost even bigger. Well, not quite, but
it's all CG,
still,
right? I mean, it's all CG, and there wasn't 8,000 people there.
No,
right?
I know, but that's what Lord of the Rings does too, and they make you think that there's 120,000 people. Obviously, they're not going to make.
Obviously, yeah. No, but like from the grandeur of the Blackwater, like that was people there, right? Like that was people fighting, which was awesome. The episode was really good. It was really intriguing. Everything that happened in the latest episode for me was you talk about edge of your seat, and it was like that. You were kind of. Almost jaw-dropping in some instances.
In so many spots where I was just like, wow, I can't believe that happened. And the biggest moment where I was just like, that was the biggest mind fuck ever was with Theon, who is getting. You think, like, we all thought, okay, who's this guy who's helping him? Why is this guy helping him? Why is this guy? Nope, apparently not. Apparently he just took him in a big ass circle back to the torture chamber and said, oh, he killed the other guys and we should go back to torturing him. I'm like, what?
Yeah, if there was ever anyone that's throwing anyone under a bus, it's that dude. He threw Theon right under the bus.
Well, it's just like it makes you think, because we can talk about this completely freely, because we talked about that last week where I don't know what's happening here at all. Like this is one where I'm literally like, what's going to happen next, right, in this story?
Because, of course, Rob has read the books.
I've read the books, but I've never not gotten to this point because this story takes place during the 5th book. It's way back further.
So they're changing stuff up quite a bit. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're fast forwarding that storyline like a little bit. Well, not fast forwarding, but bringing it earlier.
Yeah.
But I mean, we thought last week, I guess, that this guy might have some ill intentions or something he's keeping from Theon.
Yeah, we knew he had secrets, but I didn't think it was. I'm totally just lying to your face the entire time. Like I don't think anyone who hasn't read the books or hasn't. Or even anyone really expected that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm guessing what he was looking for, I'm guessing he was just trying to find out more about what Theon was thinking,
because there's
why he did certain stuff.
There's a great scene with Theon where he admits that I made a terrible decision choosing his real father over Ned Stark.
Yeah,
and that was a great scene because then all of the burden he's been carrying since he went back to the Iron Islands.
Oh yeah.
Since he went back there, he's just been totally what have I done, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it all kind of comes out.
He's trying to suppress his feelings towards the Stark family and
my real father got beheaded in King's Landing.
He opens up and says that the Starks are his family and he went and goofed up by doing what he did in Winterfell. And the good part about Theon's story is that it brought emotion into it, because I wasn't really not interested in Theon before this episode. Like, I just wanted to see him get tortured and killed, and I didn't really care. Now you start feeling for Theon, right? Now you're kind of like, and
you start to sympathize.
Not really. I still hope he gets killed.
I don't forgive him at all.
No, I still hope he gets murdered. And because at one point there, they were making it seem like he was getting away scot-free with everything that he did, and I didn't put it past Game of Thrones and the author. I didn't put it past him to do that. Have Theon do all these things and then just get away scot-free and probably have him meet a terrible fate at somewhere down the line about something else. But looks like now he's actually going to get what's been coming to him the entire time, right?
Yeah. It was a case for me where I was literally like, I hated this character completely. That's all I wanted to see again, is him tortured and get killed or whatever, right? But it was the first time since he's done all these things that I actually felt for the character a little bit and kind of understood to some extent. I'm not saying I know where he came from, but I'm sort of at least getting in his head a little bit. Beheading.
Sometimes you just gotta do it, man. You just gotta take the leap.
I think we touched on Daenerys just a little bit, but I think that more and more and very quickly she is becoming
the chief character,
the storyline in this season. And I mean, the one thing that if there was a fault with this episode was that they didn't really play up the fact that she was supposed to be giving away a dragon to this guy. And here's the thing. I knew she could speak that language. I knew that all along. I knew she was understanding everything the guy was saying, and I knew that she was never ever going to give a dragon away.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That was
no one ever expected her to give a dragon away. I think
no, but why do it then? right? Why have that like? Why end on that like, oh my God, she's she gonna give a dragon away? No, she's not gonna give a dragon away, right? So like, if there was a fault and a thing that I could kind of critique in this episode and in the prior one was that she was never gonna give a dragon away. Come on.
It wasn't that so much for me. It was more of like, I knew she wasn't like, how is she gonna get out of this? How is she gonna?
You didn't conceive that the dragon was just going to burn the guy?
Well, like, obviously that was a thought. I was like, is that what it's going to do? Or is it going to be some other like, is it going to be like a really elaborate plan? Like, and that's what people talking about that. People say like, okay, we know she's not going to willingly give a dragon to somebody because they're her children.
But that's twice now, right? That's twice now where Daenerys has seemingly been in danger and has seemingly been doing the wrong thing twice, and it just ends up with the dragon burning the dude. And she goes, right?
This was for the first time where she actually planned all this, right? This was her first time
yes.
to actual strategist. You know, other stuff she's kind of been, you know, just a pawn to. She's
been with the warlock, and in the Temple of Undying. Or
yeah,
whatever,
but she didn't really plan that. She just kind of went in there, you know, willy-nilly.
My point is, this is twice now that Daenerys has been between a rock and a hard place, and it ends up with the dragon burning the person. And it's like, yeah, so how my point is, like, with Daenerys, it's really difficult in my perspective to make me believe that she's in any kind of real danger at any point.
I like that because that shows me, okay, this character is just becoming a force to be reckoned with. And obviously
but there's no secret there. Then that's my point. There's no secret. Like, so I get that. I understand what you're saying, and I agree with it, and I like it. My point is that don't do cliffhangers with Daenerys, because we all know how it's going to end. She's not going to give the dragon away, and it's going to burn the douchebag.
See, the thing was obviously they had more time in the book and in sense like that, but in the book you kind of get the idea more that she could have actually do it.
Exactly.
Because in this one, yeah, they kind of like, you know, maybe the actress underplayed it a little bit too, but it's the whole time when she's like, yeah, I'm going to give you the dragon, she just has a little smirk on it the whole time. It's like, it wasn't really brought to you to make you think that she could actually do that. Meanwhile, in the book, she literally starts, she's talking to Jorah, she's saying, I need this army. This army is what I need, and if I have to give away a dragon for it, then I will do it because I have two more.
And
that's her
and so I'm going to take a third of the dragons that I have and empower somebody else. When there's these, even if I was reading that, I'd be like, there's going to be a twist here too. It's what I'm saying. And more so when you're doing a TV show, it's hard. It's even harder to show, like what you're saying. It's even harder to make the audience believe that she's going to be giving away the only game changer. The only game changer that we know about right now are the fucking dragons.
So you were talking
and the White Walkers.
Well, sure, but no one owns the White Walkers.
Yeah, but they're
right?
still a game changer in the sense
so then why would you be giving away a dragon?
See, the thing is about that whole like scene where and the dragon actually burns him. I didn't think that mattered because they told that story so well in the sense that she was getting control of these the Unsullied basically for her own gain, and she already teaches them to take away those parts that they taught them, right? And they're her army, and all while that, you know, obviously he doesn't have control of the dragon at all. She's still in full control, but he gave her the Unsullied.
Yeah, and just the reason why I love the scene is it's just showing that Daenerys is becoming more and more of an independent leader, and not like all like, oh, what should I do? My advisors like, how should I approach this? How should I approach that? And she's like, no, this is how I'm doing shit, and I'm getting it done. And you guys are my advisors. That's great, but I'm going to burn people and steal Unsullied armies every day.
Well, she did that the last episode where they were like, no, you can't do this or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and she's like,
shut up. I know what I'm doing. You guys listen to what I say. I'll listen occasionally to what you say.
And the thing about Daenerys is that, and I think this is what the author is trying to get across and what the show is trying to get across, is that you have this world here with men ruling it, and, you know, this guy has this army of slaves that, you know, are like he doesn't care about. And then she takes over the army, and she pretty much
frees a loyal army now.
She frees them, and you know, and that's a testament to women. And I think that's what the author's trying to get across, that Daenerys can still be ruthless. You know, if when women start ruling, Daenerys can still be ruthless, can still burn people that are wrong and that she feels are wrong, but can still have an army following her based on good intentions and respect, rather than having an army of slaves, right? And that's what it was trying to get across. So yeah, that entire storyline is very intriguing for me going forward, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. The the one scene I wanted to touch on, because we're quickly running out of time here. The one scene I wanted to was the opening. I think it was the opening sequence with the Kingslayer, and how brutal that was.
Yeah, well,
with his hand around his neck, like that is Game of Thrones to me, and that's why I was so happy about this.
This guy's
episode.
a real son of a bitch, man. This northerner guy, dude, I don't know his name. This guy's a real son of it. Like, he's making him drink horse pee.
Yeah,
he's like kicking him and shit.
That was a scene that I actually kind of actually rumbled my stomach a little bit, and I thought, holy fuck, this is starting to get really almost. I don't know what the word is. I don't know what word to put. Yeah, uncomfortable. It's almost getting to the point where it's like, okay, come on, man. Like, you don't have to be showing this shit. You know what I mean?
No, like that's why Game of Thrones will push those.
For that. Yeah.
It's just the king character that he is right now, right? Like, he's not acting like the Kingslayer from a season ago, or maybe even a couple episodes ago.
Jaime Lannister is becoming my favorite character in the show slowly, because he's making this massive transformation, and the actor's doing it so well of making this transformation from a knight who's just so cocky.
I don't buy Jaime Lannister actually forgetting who he is. And Jaime Lannister is, in my opinion, the way I see it, he's biding. All he's doing is biding his time until the tables turn. He's going to go back to being the Kingslayer that he is.
I disagree. I think
you think he's now like has this mind of a peasant and he understands.
Well,
no way.
I don't think we're going like polar opposites here. I think he's starting to find a ground where it's more of he knows who he is, but at the same time, he's not just he is changing.
Absolutely not. He's doing what he needs to survive.
I disagree.
Like any Lannister would do. He's doing what he needs to survive.
If we're talking about at least one thing that they at least have shown in the show a little bit, is that he either respects or he likes Brienne to a certain extent.
Yeah, exactly.
He has shown something.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's something there, because he guess saved her from being raped.
Well, yeah, whether it was that he commended her for beating him in a sword fight, or whether it's that he actually likes her to a certain extent. I don't know. We'll see that.
No, I do
know, but it could,
What I think, before Rob fucking ruins everything. What I think is going to happen is I think Jaime is going to get back to King's Landing, but since he's gone through all this bullshit and like all this crap, and he's just been beaten, brutalized, he's going to go back to King's Landing and be like, wow, my family is ridiculous. My family is just a messed up thing. They have no perspective on anything, and that's when he's going to really make this change into more of a protagonist. That's my thought process.
Yeah, well, hopefully you didn't read that anywhere, because if you know that and you're coming out trying to say like you're just theorizing and it's going to actually end up happening, because I've read spoilers accidentally, so I'm just saying, right? Like it's happening.
Great.
No, this was from before. You already know. I've already told you before.
I know the spoilers, but no, I haven't. I've been avoiding spoilers like the plague, man.
Oh yeah, me too. I was just trying to find. Anyway, I'm not going to mention it now.
Are you questioning my honor right now?
I am.
Well, don't.
Okay. Done. I will not question it anymore. What else? Anything else in the episode?
Knight Commander died.
Yeah, that was kind of a what the fuck.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Out of nowhere, like it just comes. I think
it's interesting. I think it was a cool thing that just the Night's Watch just had it up to here with their life. Just is like, okay, I'm done with all this.
I just fought these White Walkers. No more of that. But the one satisfying part of that same scene was the fact that Craster, that stupid guy, has been
thank God,
having sex with his children and stuff like that, birthing more kids constantly. He finally gets it.
Yeah, but I didn't want to see the fucking Night Watch commander die. I like that dude.
Well, I feel like we're gonna be really disappointed as the season goes on. Eric.
I thought he was supposed to be like doot and take Jon Snow under his wing and make him a leader and everything.
We're the best friends ever. But no, apparently not. Apparently, we got Sam running through the woods.
Yeah. What happened with Tyrion in this episode? I can't even remember.
Tyrion was
I can't remember.
No, it's Varys who is trying to help get
that's right.
Sansa out of.
Oh yeah, it was.
Apparently, who knows what he's thinking? I have no idea what.
It was Varys and Tyrion talk about that, and Varys, opens up to him, I guess, and tells him about himself, and then you see that whole scene with that.
Oh
yeah,
that
what
guy.
the hell was that all about? He's hiding some dude that
the wizard.
Apparently cut him?
The wizard that cut him. There's so much to talk about in this episode. It's ridiculous.
That was a disturbing scene as well. I'm like, well, how is this guy hiding this guy for?
Well, even as he's explaining it, I'm just like, ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
And even when he visits the Olenna, the older Tyrell, the Queen of Thorns, and that was just an interesting, like, she's an interesting character altogether. It seems like she gets the best dialogue.
Yeah, no one knows.
It's funny. It's just funny.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like her character seems like she's super honest about everything, but I don't know. I feel like all the Tyrells have ulterior motives. Like all of them.
Everyone in this show has an ulterior motive.
But especially Marjorie is just going through here being like, oh yeah, Sansa, you're my best friend. You're gonna marry this person and go to Highgarden and live happily ever after. I'm like,
gonna marry Dolores,
I don't trust you, Marjorie.
I don't have. All I know is that it seems like the Tyrells don't like the Lannisters, which is good, because I'm hoping that something happens there with Marjorie and Joffrey where she,
beats him to death with a crossbow.
Beats him to death with a crossbow or something. I'm hoping something happens there.
Yeah, with that episode, it seems like she's trying to get him to come out and see the crowd like that. But then I don't know if he's getting something in his head exactly there too, because he comes out there and they're cheering her name, they're not cheering his name.
Yep. That's right. And what do we see very quickly for the next episode?
There's also the Arya and Arya stuff this episode as well, with the Hound. The Hound. Now he looks.
Oh yeah, we learned that the Brotherhood of the Brotherhood with no banners is a follower of the Lord of Light,
which is ridiculous.
I was just like, no,
yeah, which is ridiculous.
Oh my God, Melisandre or whatever, is that her name? Melisandre.
Yeah,
Melisandre's gonna come and be like, hey, I'm a crazy bitch.
Yeah, and she just took off somewhere. Was that the episode?
She might be going to meet the Brotherhood.
Yeah, who the hell knows?
Oh my God, man!
And so very quickly,
next episode,
we're out of time. We're out of time. So very quickly, next episode. I hope something happens with Robb.
I think
finally.
Robb is gonna start making moves towards King's Landing. Hopefully, Jon Snow, maybe they'll be getting closer to the Wall, start doing the infiltration.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna go a bit more with more of King's Landing stuff, because that's always just obviously the central hub. So I think they're gonna keep going with that. They might take a break for a bit from Daenerys' storyline.
And by the way, can I just say, I really like Tywin's character.
My God, one of my favorite scenes.
Hang on a second. No matter how smart anyone thinks they are, they go have a chat with Tywin, and they just look like they're fucking dumb. They don't know anything. Like, Cersei goes and has this chat with Tywin where it's like, well, I'm all suave and smart, and he's like, you're not as fucking smart as you think you are.
Yeah.
He's like,
I don't
throws them down. Yeah. Like, he did it to Tyrion, he did it to Cersei. Now he's just fucking, he's just dumbing everybody.
I don't disrespect you because you're a woman. I disrespect you because
you're dumb.
You just think you're so smart.
You think you're smarter than you are.
He did that to Jaime too, back in like the first season when he's doing that thing with the deer. And
it's
just like.
You fucked everything up, man. And then and at the same time, she's just like, "What are we doing to help Jaime?" He's like, "Listen, I started a war.
He's my heir. Do you think I'm not trying to say? What do you think I'd be doing for my heir?" She's like, "Everything you can." He's like, "Exactly."
Why the fuck are you here then? Oh my God, such a great character. All
right, we're fresh out of time.
It's a fresh take.
Yeah, it's really a fresh take. That is what we thought about the latest Game of Thrones episode. And be sure to check these out weekly. And we'll be back
with episode 5
on Game of Thrones, the Fresh Take edition.